Hey, what's up, everybody? Talon Williams Movement Radio here, and I just want to give a quick little review of what took place this past Monday, Raw's debut on Netflix. I got to be all honest with you guys. I thought it was a pretty cool show. Everything from just the overall presentation to just the matches itself. It really was. It really was a good show. So let's not fuck about. Let's talk about it. Triple H starts out the show. They did a beautiful opening package, talking about the history of wrestling and television together. And yeah, Triple H had a beautiful opening salvo, welcoming everybody to the Netflix era. And right after Triple H gets done speaking, The Rock shows up. Surprising. I mean, it really wasn't a surprise. We all knew Rock was going to be there. But yeah, he came out there, gave a good speech. Crowd was fired up. You know, everyone was ready for this. And he said he was going to watch the next match very, very closely. That match being tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. I don't really have a bunch of pictures to go along with this. I'll just break down what happened. These guys had a really good match, told a good story within the match. Was it kind of overbooked? And maybe a little bit overbooked, but I mean, it's tribal combat, so you kind of expected interference and things of that nature. Tama Tonga pulls the referee out. Jacob Fatu comes in, start doing a beatdown on Roman. Solo gives the Samoan spike to the referee. We're thinking, what the hell's wrong with this guy? And then next thing you know, Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn come to the ring and ward off the bad guys. But then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere and hits Roman Reigns with a Stone Cold Stunner. But then here comes Cody Rhodes. I know. Did the whole thing, ducked the line, jumped up, Cody Cutter, roll out of the ring, and then Roman Reigns hit Solo Sikoa. I believe he hit him with 2 spears in order to win the match. And yeah, so now Roman Reigns is your official only tribal chief. After the match, The Rock shows up, and instead of Paul Heyman giving him the Ulafala, The Rock places the Ulafala around Roman Reigns' neck, symbolizing that, yes, he is the one and only tribal chief. The Rock also being a high chief himself in the Samoan culture and the Anawahi family. This was a really cool moment, though, for Roman and The Rock, I assume. There was a small part of me that was thinking, is The Rock going to turn heel? Is he going to attack Roman from behind? I don't know if we'll ever get the match between Roman and The Rock. It looks like it could happen, but only time will tell. Let's see what happens before the Rumble. After that incredible turn of events, John Cena comes out. Yes, John Cena comes out. I was actually watching it with my son at the time, and my son's a huge John Cena fan, so he flipped out. He thought it was cool. Now, John Cena did say something very poignant. He did say that he hasn't won a match in like 2,000 days or something along those lines. And he said that he didn't want to bypass anybody's opportunity. He says his time is up. Their time is now. However, getting 17 championships would be a big deal, but you can't just bypass everybody. You got to do something like win the Royal Rumble. And this is the moment where John Cena officially declares himself eligible for the Royal Rumble. And who knows what can happen? John Cena could possibly win the Royal Rumble, go on to face Gunther or Cody or whoever the champion is before WrestleMania, and see what happens there. But yes, John Cena in the Royal Rumble should be a good time. After that, we had the Women's World Championship match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. This match was actually, this is something I'm going to say about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley can make anybody look good. And I know Liv Morgan's not the best technically in the ring, but when she can work, when she's in the ring with people who can make her work, she can do a really good job. And of course, Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic Mysterio being out there definitely, it looked like, oh man, they're going to screw Rhea out of the championship. But she hit her with not 1, but 2 riptides in order to win the championship. And then after the match, Dominic comes in for a hug, like, I'm so sorry, Rhea. Come on, let's do it like we used to do back in the Judgment Day. And then the biggest kick in the nuts I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought, oh my God, Dominic's never having kids. But that wasn't the coolest part of the match. The coolest part of the match was actually what took place after the match. All you hear is a big gong, and then the American Badass comes out there. The Undertaker comes out on the motorcycle, does the whole drive around the ring, ends up seeing Rhea, and they do the whole look back to the camera like the Undertaker used to do, and then Rhea's kind of doing it too. But yeah, this was a really, really cool moment, and it's a cool moment for Rhea because she gets to share the stage with the Undertaker, a legend in this business, and this was a really cool moment. I'm really glad that we got to see that. So Travis Scott, this man right here, hip-hop artist, and he's doing the theme song from Monday Night Raw. And then you notice he's smoking a little wacky backy. I think that could just be it could just be an Al Capone. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't smell nothing. But yeah, he actually get to do something pretty. He led your boy Jey Uso in the Yeets. Came down to the ring for his match against Drew McIntyre. This match was a pretty hard-hitting match. You can kind of tell that out of all the matches of the night, this one was the weakest, but just because something's a weak match compared to the rest of the card doesn't mean it wasn't good. It did kind of tell the story of McIntyre still on this weird losing streak, still trying to figure out why he's losing these matches against guys like Jey Uso, but it just adds to the heel character that is Drew McIntyre. And I definitely think that McIntyre will probably go into something else with Jey probably later on down the line. We'll see what happens. But this match, it wasn't terrible, but it was definitely the worst match of the night. And I don't mean worse as in it was just a bad match. It's just compared to the other matches on the card, this one was probably the weakest. But the main event of Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix had to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. These guys went out there and put on an absolute clinic. Now, they didn't do a whole bunch of flippy doos. They didn't do a whole bunch of tiger tosses or anything like that. These guys actually went out there and had a solid match. They were hard-hitting. It told a story. You could tell the emotion behind the story. And CM Punk ends up winning with not one, again, but two go-to-sleeps. And I thought it was a really good match. I thought that the fans really enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it as a fan watching it. And, yeah, it should be a pretty good rivalry going forward. CM Punk did win this one, but this kind of goes into another video that I'm going to be doing next week where I talk about also Raw, the Raw after, the second Raw, but I'm going to be bringing up some bold predictions as well, so hopefully you guys will stick around for that. Overall, I thought Monday Night Raw on Netflix was an absolute smash. Everything about the show was really good. Like I said, the only thing that I felt was weak about the event was Jey versus McIntyre. But we can kind of let that slide because not every match is going to be a home run. I definitely think the match could have been better. So I think my letter grade for this is an A plus if that McIntyre Jey Uso match was a little bit better. But yeah, that's my honest opinion about Monday Night Raw. And next week we're getting Finn Balor and Damian Priest in a street fight. We're going to be getting the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. That's going to be a banger, I think. And we're also going to see, Chad Gable in the ring with a mystery opponent, which we all know is going to be Penta because they debuted the logo for Penta on Monday Night Raw past Monday. So, again, thank you guys for listening to this. What did you guys think of the first Raw on Netflix? Leave a comment down below. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. We love you guys, and we appreciate you. Peace. Hey, hi, sorry, me again. I know there's going to be people in the comment section that are going to be asking this question, so I'm just going to address it right now. Why didn't you talk about Hulk Hogan being there? Because I don't give a shit about a pathological liar like Hulk Hogan. Love you guys. Peace.